You are listening to Benhaz Akhar. This is BBC Radio Wales, and it is Mental Health Awareness Week. And when we think of therapy, we might imagine, sitting in a room and talking to another person. But some of our four-legged friends can be wonderful in this role as well. Louise Franklin from Llanwyd Major and her dog Idris work with an award-winning Welsh charity, Cariad Pet Therapy. And I'm delighted to say Louise joins me now. A very warm welcome to the afternoon show. Louise, how are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm very good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And how is Idris?
He's very good. He's lying down next to me at the moment. He's never too far away.
Oh, he's absolutely beautiful. How long have you had him?
He's 6 now, and I had him when he was 7 weeks old.
Oh.
And we've been inseparable the whole time.
I bet. And now you and Idris are going out and sharing the love with other people. Tell us a little bit about what kind of a dog he is.
He's a Labradoodle. He's 6 years old. He's always been immensely calm and very much a people dog. He loves to meet anybody wherever you are. He's always interested in people more than he is in other dogs. He always wants to say hello to people, and people always want to say hello to him because he looks like a big cutchy teddy bear.
Oh, he's the kind of dog I would like to meet because I'm a little bit of scared of dogs, especially dogs that are a little bit unpredictable.
Perfect.
Yeah, he does sound it. I want to know a little bit about Cariad Pet Therapy now. Tell us how you got involved with that and what you do with that.
Well, we got involved a couple of years ago. During lockdowns, I became aware of how important it was to have contact with animals. My mum was isolated and she could only have contact with Idris, really. The rest of the family had to be, a garden's length away from her. I'd already been looking into it before that because I thought Idris would be perfect for it. I got in touch with Cariad Pet Therapy. They're based in Haverfordwest, cover the whole of Wales. Also, we're developing some teams along the M4 corridor and up in Scotland.
Wow.
There's 90 therapy dog teams in Wales at the moment, all over Wales. We cover the whole of Wales and provide visits to healthcare situations, educational establishments, workplaces, and home visits to people who are isolated or housebound.
Can you share some stories with us of the impact you've had by visiting these places with Idris? What have you seen people say or do that just kind of melts your heart?
Oh, it's absolutely huge. We visit T Haven. And I think Idris is kind of part of the team. I think you've got a photo of him at the ball, haven't you, in his tux?
We do. Beautiful pictures.
But he often surprises even me with how intuitive he is. We sat in on a difficult conversation that one of the teenagers had to have with one of the doctors. And Idris is usually flat out next to her, cuddling up. And as soon as the doctor walked into the room, he sat bolt upright in front of her, eyes on the doctor, wouldn't take his eyes off the doctor or relax at all for the whole of the meeting. He just went totally into protection mode. He could tell that this person was a stress to her. I mean, obviously he was there to help, but he could tell that this was stressful, and so just went into protection mode, which was quite incredible to see.
And did you notice things like that before you got him involved with Cariad Pet Therapy? Did you notice that he's quite intuitive?
Yes, definitely. He's kind of grown up alongside my youngest grandson, who's the same age. And so they were tiny babies together in the back of the car. And he's always been a lot more kind of connected with him, I think.
And for anyone
and aware of his needs, to be gentle and so on.
Yeah, he sounds and looks super gentle. For anyone who might be listening right now thinking, I would love to see a dog like Idris to come and see me because I'm alone. I could do with the company, or I could do with just having someone to look out for me and give me love. How do they get in touch? How do they get involved with Cariad Pet Therapy?
Just get in touch with Cariad Pet Therapy. If you Google us, the site and the phone numbers will come up. There's always somebody to answer you. yes, just let us know what your situation is, and we'll see if we can help.
And there'll be people listening who've got dogs and might want to get involved as well. What traits does your dog need to have to be a Cariad pet therapist?
I think the most important thing is to be very, very calm. Also to engage with people, obviously. They have to enjoy what they're doing. The dog's welfare comes first in absolutely anything. So if they're people dogs, and they can be calm and they're interested in different situations, they don't scare easily. I think that's the most important thing. But they also need to have kind of good etiquette, good behaviour. They need to have a good connection with their owner, so that they understand that they can rely on the owner. The owner can rely on them. And you have to be confident in your dog, and your dog has to be confident in you.
And does Idris like music?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to play the OJs in a moment, so hopefully you'll both enjoy that. We'll be back with you in a second. I am with Louise Franklin from Cariad Pet Therapy, and we've been chatting about the benefits of having somebody who brings their pet to you for therapy, and it is a Mental Health Awareness Week. And Louise, you took part in some mental health walks last year. I was just wondering what the benefits were for the people that were taking part at the time.
We did. They were immensely successful, and we're hoping that we can do that again. So people could kind of self-refer, or they were brought by assisted living places, and we did a 6-week or 8-week block of them in Barry Sidings Country Park. We walked at the pace of the slowest person, and the difference in people was quite astonishing. There was one lady who was very withdrawn on the first visit. She'd say hello, but that was about it. By the last week, she was chatting with other dog walkers about their dogs, and just generally so much more confident, more filled with enthusiasm for going out and being involved with other people and with other situations. It was absolutely wonderful to see.
So was it a case of she was just out of practice of being around a lot of people and making conversation, and just by getting together she was able to get those back?
I think she was very wary of strangers, particularly.
Right.
Having some disabilities, she'd suffered from bullying and possibly some unpleasant behaviour from other people. So just getting her back into a situation where she could see that some strangers were really potential friends, and that you could just have a passing casual chat with somebody, and it would, just bring a little brightness to your day.
And when you do these walks, does everyone bring their dogs as well?
No, just the therapy dogs. We took 2 therapy dogs for each session.
Okay. And at Cariad Pet Therapy, you also use robotic cats and dogs. I mean, I'd not heard of these, but I saw them on your website. You use them for some dementia patients. And I was watching the video on your website. They seem really to make an impact on those patients, don't they?
They are absolutely amazing. So they were introduced during the lockdowns, when we couldn't get into places like care homes with the dogs. And the robotic pets have just proved so popular that, yes, we're carrying on providing them. We have funding for them. We provide them to care homes, dementia units, and T Haven have some of them as well.
Well, what is the benefit that the users get from the dogs that are robotic?
They seem to have the same kind of effect in reducing blood pressure and just boosting oxytocin, which is the feel-good hormones.
Yes.
They're very relaxing, very calming. It's kind of second best to having the real dogs there, I think.
And we mentioned your work with T Haven earlier. You were talking about you and Idris and the pictures you sent me when you were at the ball last month. I mean, what did Idris make of the ball?
Absolutely loved it.
Really? Because he's such a social bunny.
He absolutely loved it. Yeah, he enjoyed seeing everybody. He had lots of photos taken. Even when we were walking to the hotel from the car park, I should have had a collecting bucket because so many people wanted to take a photo of him, as you can imagine.
Really?
But yeah,
Oh.
he absolutely loved it. He's just happy anywhere where there are people and people want to fuss him. He's a very, very social dog.
And when you're not busy with Cariad Pet Therapy, your day job, you're an actor, aren't you?
I am, yes.
So,
I work at Fomont Castle.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Doing
Acting, but I'm also the bug lady.
the bug
So
lady.
yes,
Oh,
I deal
I
with
love
all the bug hunting and all the nature stuff.
And does Idris come with you then, or?
He comes with me mostly when we're not open to the public. He always comes to work. He's kind of the work therapy dog as well.
And have you ever thought about getting him into acting as well? He seems to be, friendly.
He does. He's done a couple of music videos and some adverts. And quite often, if I'm in adverts, production companies will just sort of quietly say, "Is it possible if Idris comes along?" Not to be in it, just to hang out on set.
It sounds to me, everywhere that you go, people want to be with you more and more because of Idris. How does that make you feel?
Absolutely. Everybody wants to be with Idris. When I'm at work at Fomont Castle, my mum and my sister babysit him, and they always say when they've been out for lunch or out for a walk, they talk about all the people that have stopped to talk to him.
That's the joys of having dogs and babies, because everywhere I go at the moment, everybody wants to stop me and talk about Dara and the amount of hair he's got. So
absolutely.
I sympathise. It's so lovely. Why don't we talk to each other like that all the time? I feel like we should do that. We should do it, not just kind of find the link like a dog or a baby. I'm going to change the world with that.
It's a huge thing. I think that we've got to the point where we need a prop to engage with other people. And babies are perfect for it, but dogs definitely are. If you take a dog for a walk, you always say hello to other dog walkers, don't you? Always.
Whenever I'm walking anywhere remote, I always say hello to anyone that goes past, because I think we're both mad enough to be here.
Absolutely.
So for anyone who wants to find out about Cariad Pet Therapy, what do they do?
Cariad Pet Therapy, just Google us, or you can find the phone numbers, you can find the site, have a read through the site, you can find out what we're all about, and get in touch by email or by phone, whether you'd like visits or whether you think that your dog would be suitable for being a therapy dog and you're interested in volunteering.
I think this is absolutely brilliant idea. Whoever came up with it is a genius. Thank you so much, Louise Franklin, for chatting with me today, and send our big love to Idris as well.
I shall.
Thank you. That was Louise Franklin.